Kitkatscanread. Hey guys, it's Katie. Welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be bringing you my Witchathon TBR picks for the month, as the readathon runs from the 1st of May until the very last day of May. So literally pretty much as soon as it's June, that is when this readathon ends. So I've literally just spent the past good hour or so trying to sort books from my TBR and other books as well to go towards these prompts. Doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to get to all of them. I just really like to put books towards prompts and just have some sort of TBR. So this is going to be in kind of the order that you see the prompts. So I am from the team Crystal Moon, so I'm going to go through the Crystal Moon prompts to start with. So the first prompt is a book that features an oracle or a seer, and so in this series there are people who can see things that are about to happen, so they're kind of like seers. And so that is the House of Night series by PC and Kristen Cast. This is also the Coven book series. You can read any book that's in this series. You can start with the first one, or if you're in the middle of the series like myself, you can read the next book. But I'm putting this also towards this prompt. And so the book that I'm up to is Hunted, and this is book number 5. So this is actually going to be a reread for me. I don't remember anything that really happened in this book, but I feel like once I do get into it and reread it again, I think things are just going to start slotting into place again for me. These are really fun books in the series. Also, they got witches and chakra stuff in it and spirit, and yeah, so they're really good all round, plus with vampires. And yeah, really cool book series. I'm really looking forward to continuing on with this. Next of all is the prompt that is a book that's set at sea. I have put this towards Awake by Amanda Hocking. This is the first book that is in the Water Song series. I've only ever read this book. I absolutely loved it when I first read it. And yes, it's as you can tell, water on the cover, set at sea, and yeah, perfect. Look how blue it is, it's just gorgeous. Next of all is a book with a shiny cover. I have put Defy the Night by Witchathon. It's quite shiny, as you can see in the light. The letters of the words are actually kind of metallic, which is cool. And yeah, this is on my general TBR for May, so yes, had to put this one. So next of all is a book that's kind of based on star sign properties. So I put North Ranger. This is by Ray Terciero and Brie Indigo. This is a graphic novel that I've got for review, and it's perfect for a readathon because graphic novels are just easy to zoom through. But the reason I put this is because it says that Aquarius people kind of want to help people out, and this is what I got from researching, and it's true. Myself, I love helping people out. And so it says on the back here that Cade is sent to spend the summer working as a ranch hand to help earn extra money for his family, so he's trying to help his family out. So that's why I went towards this one for this prompt. Next of all, a book that is tarot based. Of course, I had to put The Cloisters by Katie Hayes. This is the reading by Candlelight book pick for the month of May, so it's perfect to get the May book on here. And there are tarot cards that are based in this book as well, and yeah, I just absolutely love the sound of it. I'm really excited to give it a read, and yeah, super looking forward to this one, plus it's absolutely gorgeous. Next of all, a book that is a chakra colour, and there's loads of chakra colours, so I went with blue, and for this one I went with The Dead Girls Detective Agency by Susie Cox. This is a book that's on my TBR, and as you can see, the colours blue is on the book all the way around it, so that's why I went for this one. Next of all is kind of a tricky prompt. It's one that you've got to really kind of look at your books for, or look and research for. And this is for a prompt with a scrolling tool on the cover. So when I was googling, scrolling tool is anything like a mirror, or a crystal ball, or a pendant on a chain. And so I went with kind of the crystal ball, and out of all of my TBR covers, it's literally on this one, and in the corner here you can literally see these crystal balls here on this shelf. So that's why I went towards this one. Plus it's Harry Potter, so of course Harry Potter's gonna have like some scrying tools in it because it's a book that's about witches and wizards. So yes, Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix, the illustrated edition though. I got this like near enough when it was released. Haven't got around to reading it yet, but it is on my TBR and I just thought it would fit perfectly for the readathon. Next of all, a book with a smoky cover. So I went for The Bane Chronicles by Cassandra Clare, Sarah Brennan and Maureen Johnson. This is a book that's a combination of novellas that mainly are focused on Magnus Bane, and so yes, as you can see on the cover there's all this smoke here, plus Magnus Bane's kind of a smoky character himself. And this was on my TBR cart. I have recently changed my TBR cart to literally just have books on it of books that I really want to read. So I went through like all of my hardbacks, all my paperbacks and books I've recently kind of like acquired, and they are literally just like on the TBR cart. They're books I'm most excited to read, and so this is the next one in the whole Shadowhunter world of books I would like to read. So yes, had to add this one. Next of all is a prompt for Crystal Energy Properties. Again, I've put North Ranger by Ray Tessier and Brie Indigo because of the whole like, you know, crystal energy of like healing and sort of like looking after people and everything. So that's why I went towards this one. For 400-page book, I put Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. There's over 400 pages in this book. It's quite a big book as well, so that went perfectly towards that challenge. Then for a least read genre, I have put The Runaway Girls by Jacqueline Wilson. So this is one that I'm actually currently reading. I have put down for a while, so that's why I'm including it. I don't often read children middle grade books, so that's why this is going towards this prompt. For a book with water on the cover, I have put Anti-Goddess by Candlelight Blake. As you can see, right at the very bottom, there is water on the cover. Next of all is a book with a sea green cover. So I have gone towards Muggers and Menget's The Girl by Brianna Ostrom and Sarah Waxelbaum, and it's kind of like a little bit hard to tell in this light on the camera, but it is very turquoisey, especially here on the book. Like literally this bit over here, all of this is a turquoisey sea green, and even on the back here with this part of the wall is sea green colour, so that's why I went towards this. This I've got for review. It's also on my TBR, so it's great to get this towards a prompt. Next of all, a book that has a siren, a nymph or a mermaid in. Again, Wake by Amanda Hocking. This is a book that's literally about mermaids, so yeah, perfect. Next of all is quite an easy prompt, a book that I am most drawn to. So I got this book just because I have been massively drawn to it every time I go into the bookshop, literally the past few months, and I pretty much just got it. Like I literally was just like, you know what, I'm just gonna get it because I'm looking at it for a reason. So here we go, and that's A Magic Steeped in Poison by Judy Lynn. So yes, this is a book that I've recently purchased. I have literally been really drawn to this book lately, and I'm super excited because it's got like tea making involved in it. Next of all, a book that is a colour of a crystal. So I've just put The Bane Chronicles for this because it's literally got the blue crystal of like sapphire or like, you know, blue topaz. Those are all of my coven prompts, literally all of them. A few of them you would have noticed that I have doubled up on prompts. That is purely because I'm a mood reader and there's no way that I'm going to put a book towards each prompt. That would be very difficult. Again, as I've mentioned previously, the Coven book series is the House of Light series, and this is the one that I'll be reading for that. And then I put some books towards the Goddess prompts as well, which is Sam's prompts. So that's, you know, if I can get to these as well. So the first book is a book that is featuring a god, a goddess or a deity. So for this one I have put Anti-Goddess by Candlelight Blake. So I was thinking of using this for the goddess prompt and then kind of like ticking off the prompt of water on the cover as well, but like if not, I could always use like Wake by Amanda Hocking as water on the cover, so like it's not the end of the world. Then a book with crafts featured, I have put The Friday Night Knitting Club by Kate Jacobs. I'll place the picture here because I don't actually own this book, but Sam from Yarn Reader recommended this herself. I just said, are there any like fictional books that involved like crafting or knitting that you would recommend? And this is a series that she recommended, so I've put this here. Whether I get around to it, it's a completely different story, but it is literally there as and when. as for the prompt of a reading by Candlelight pick, I've literally just put Legends and Lattes by Travis Baldry. This book is going to be discussed halfway through the month of May. I'm like, I don't know, I want to say like a fifth through at the moment. I'm not very far, but I'm really enjoying it so far. It's definitely different, so that'll be going towards that prompt. And then some Mote It Be book club pick. I have put The Witches of East End by Melissa de la Cruz. I've ordered the first book on Amazon. I am very intrigued by this series anyway. I have been seeing it. I know that it's kind of like, I think it's a TV show or a movie or something, so there is an adaptation of it. And yeah, I've always been quite intrigued by it. So yeah, and I think the book was only $6.99 on Amazon, so I've gone ahead and got that. For a witchy book, I have put A Witch's Guide to Fake Dating a Demon by Sarah Hawley. So pretty much has the word witch in it, so that's why I would be like, you know what, it's a witchy book. Then it's a 5-star read of Sam, so I went on her Goodreads. And then I don't even know why I didn't really think of this to start with, because I recently got it because of how much Sam always talks about this book series. So I managed to find this in a charity shop, so it was kind of like a sign. And so I'm putting Blue Bloods by Melissa de la Cruz, book number 1, for this prompt. I really want to like read it and hopefully enjoy it as much as Sam does, because it's always good when you and a friend like share the same kind of like opinion and love a series together. So hopefully, fingers crossed, it is one that I enjoy as well. Next of all, a book with red on the cover. So I've put Diary of Blood by S.T. Gibson. As you can see, there's a lot of red on this cover, the spine and the back. And yeah, this is a retelling that has like Dracula's Bride in it. I hear so many things about this. A lot of people are reading at the moment, so I'm super intrigued, and it's a recent purchase of mine as well. Then for a fairy tale retelling, I have put Splintered by A.G. Howard. So this is like a, I think, Alice in Wonderland retelling. I've owned this book for such a long time, never managed to get around to reading it, so maybe now is the perfect opportunity. And for mythology retelling, I decided to put Daughter of the Moon Goddess, and this is a book that I do already own. It literally is in my shelf of like Illuma Crate and Fairy Loots, so I haven't dug it out just yet. But it's a book that I definitely do want to read, so when looking for like mythology retellings, this is one that popped up. I think it was on Waterstones' website, so I was like, oh, I own this book, I really want to read it, so I'm going to put this towards the prompt. Next of all is a book with a cat on the cover. I've got quite a few of these now because there seems to be this fascination of like Japanese books with like cats, and so yeah, I got She and Her Cat by Makoto Shinkai and Naruki Nagakawa, translated by Ginny Tapley Takimori, who's the same translator of The Convenience Store Woman. This is a very short book as well, which is why I've put this towards this prompt, so whether I get around to reading it, completely different thing. But yeah, I got this I think beginning of the year at some point, or maybe end of last year, when Waterstones was having the hardback half price thing. So yes, I couldn't resist, of course, because books with cats in. I have 2 cats myself, so I had to. And then finally, a prompt with mental health inside it, and so I went towards Where the Light Goes by Sarah Barnett. So this comes out literally this month, and I'm told it's literally gonna break me. Like the publisher like literally provided tissues, so I don't know if I'm ready for this. But yeah, basically they have their older sister who commits suicide. So there is the trigger warning of suicide in this book, and it literally says like the light in the world disappears, Emmy is lost, and public grief, and like finding herself and everything. So I feel like that's definitely got big time mental health in because of like loss. I feel like there's going to be like depression, anxiety involved in that, definitely. And yeah, it literally says here, my sister was a star, now I'm lost in the dark. So I feel like this is going to really cover those topics, and that it's going to be really emotional. And yeah, I think I'm ready for it though. I'm ready to be ripped apart. So that is going to be my whole TBR for the Witchathon round number 3 for the whole month of May. And like I said, there's a lot of books that I mentioned in this TBR but I'm literally just going to be picking and choosing what I want to read. Or, you know, I could use like probably a decider thing, or I could use like a poll pick or something. The only prompt that hasn't been decided yet from Sam's actual prompts is the Goddess Tarot pool. So I'm just going to wait for her to pull a tarot card, and then I can choose a book to go towards that and put that in that slot. So I've literally, this is my bullet journal, but yeah, literally that is the only one where there's a blank space. So yes, but I'm really, really happy with all these books, and yeah, the fact that I do pretty much like own them all. So yeah, it's only The Witch of the East End, which I've just purchased, and it will just be the Friday Night Knitting Club. If I do so want to read that, then I can purchase it if I would like to, or I can see if I can try to get hold of it as maybe like an audiobook or like an ebook or something, maybe from my library. So yeah, so we shall see with that. But at the moment I just kind of want to read my actual TBR books. So the books that are on my May TBR, I'm probably going to be focusing on first, and then I will go towards the others. I also do really, really want to read my Coven book as well, because it is a Coven read. So yeah, I'm thinking of my TBR and my Coven read are going to be my main focus, and then I'll go on towards like the other books I've mentioned in today's video. So I hope you guys can join the readathon, and it'd be great if you can join my team. If not, it's no harm done. Like, there's other lovely great ladies that have like other teams to join as well, but you'll find all of that information literally in my announcement video. And yeah, so I hope you guys have enjoyed the video, and if you have, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. All of my social media links as always are linked down below in the description if you would like to follow me elsewhere, to the Instagram Goodreads. But have a fantastic day wherever you are, keep smiling, keep reading, and be happy. My name is Katie, and I'll see all of you wonderful awesome people in my next video. Bye.